of the edition of the African Netball Cup, coming to you from the MTC Dome in SWAKOPMUND, the beautiful by Netball Namibia, proudly sponsored by Marine Namibia and the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service. We are about to get this game started. It is Uganda up against ESWATINI, and if we can request the teams to get ready for the announcement of the starting lineup. We're going to do that in a few minutes. In a few moments. And line up, please.
A very good afternoon here from the lovely city of SWAKOPMUND in Namibia. It has been nothing but lovely, good energy. Everything netball here at the Dome MTC. And today we are on day 4, and that is we are getting ready for Uganda facing ESWATINI in just a few moments. Now we are going to read you the lineup before the game starts just momentarily. And I am Nelly here. I will start with the ESWATINI lineup. With the GK, we have Dlamini Lindelwa. GD, we have Mbuli Zibele. Wing defense, we have Sibanze Nomkebo. Center there, we have Sibanze T Kibele. Wing attack, Simelani Abigail. GA Dlamini Nkami. Goal shooter there will be Silom. Right. And Uganda, we have the following lineup with the GK Fareda, GD Sandra, wing defense Gloria, center Margaret, wing attack Mercy, GA Irene, who GS we have Shalok Nuba there, and the coach James Nelson. It is going to be very, very entertaining, very electrifying. It's going to be a good energy. Begin of the 4th day here at the Dome MTC, and if you find yourself in SWAKOPMUND, please do join us, and we'll give it over to Sharon, who will then read the rest of the remaining games for today.
Oh yes, good morning, good afternoon. I'm sure in different countries there's an hour behind or an hour ahead with time, but what an incredible journey it's been so far, with team showcasing gift and teamwork and that unmistakable African flair today. And the stakes are higher and the excitement is electric as this incredible athletes continue to battle it out for the continental glory. So yes, your features for today, that is for the ladies side, we have ESWATINI taking on Uganda at the very moment. Up next, we will have South Africa taking on Zambia. Malawi against Kenya, and then the host for the last game at 6 p.m., Namibia against Zimbabwe. Now let's get back into the first game. ESWATINI ready to take that center.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is ESWATINI center pause. Of course, we have our lovely match officials. Lovely tap there from the GK of Uganda, allowing ESWATINI to take a throw in there. Bit of a long center there.
Oh yes, and just to remember what this tournament represents, it's unity, resilience, and the celebration of rich sporting talent our continent has to offer. So every pass, every shot and intercept today will definitely also determine the result, and also remind us of the power of sports to inspire and connect, like we are at the African Netball Cup.
That's right. Definitely a good reminder there from Sharon. It is 1-0, and Uganda actually just singing in this second goal there. That is Sherlock, the GS of Uganda. ESWATINI taking their second center for this game. They are definitely in the second pool. They will be, of course, they've faced Namibia before, and they're facing Uganda. They still have Zimbabwe to face. Lovely pass there from the GS who lost balance. The GA Irene that is now, who lost balance and feeding Mary that beautiful ball there. Of course, again, who sings it in the
strong legs there by Sherlock. You can see the dress also just finding its way up to the thighs there. Definitely a shoving and a push there with the goalkeeper of Eswatini. You can see already as the throw-in is being, the free pass is being played there. Definitely going to be a battle for the goalkeeper today, facing Sherlock.
Yes, of course, definitely. It's going to be a bit of an overtime job to do there. I just wonder how one can defend a shooter as Sherlock. You know, she doesn't make it easy for any of her defenders at all. Ooh, a bit of a
beautiful take there by the goalkeeper, but not finding her timing right.
She misses that first shot, and definitely Uganda capitalizing, making sure that they actually get that opportunity to try and use it to their favor. Long ball to the wing attack who finds Irene, the GS, who sinks that one in there for Uganda. Uganda is currently leading with a 5-goal difference, and that is 5-0. How would you say Uganda is coming back from the first game that they had against Zimbabwe?
With yesterday's result against the Namibian Desert Jewels, I think they had to get that fail on the first try for them to actually know why they are here, what the competition is about, and exactly what they want at the end result. But I think Uganda definitely got a slap on the wrist. They are wide awake now. Results showing that against the Namibian Desert Jewels. Now already in the first minutes of the game here against Eswatini. I'm sure they will want to pick up the tally on the scoreboard as well.
Of course. I think the more the merrier. They are definitely here to cook, and I think that they're doing such a great job by so doing. And Mary really, I think, making sure that every opportunity she gets, she really does get the time to actually sing it in there for her team, making it very difficult for Eswatini as they are still falling back with an 8-goal difference. All right, it is the 4th day of the Africa Netball Cup 2024 here in SWAKOPMUND, and there has been electrifying, lovely games that has taken place throughout the days. And I would like to quickly just share the log standing from the previous days that we've had. Now, in the second pool, of which Uganda is in, as well as Zimbabwe and Namibia and Eswatini. Zimbabwe leading this log here, having played 2 games, won both games with a goal difference of 53. Uganda just falling right behind them with 2 games that they've played, making this their 3rd game. They've won 1 game and lost 1 game with 2 points. And Namibia right behind Uganda there, having played 2 games, lost 1 and won 1 with 2 points. Eswatini currently facing Uganda right now, have managed to play 2 games, and unfortunately they are yet to win a game, and they've lost both games that they've played, and currently having no points at all on the log stand. Now, what do you think this means for Eswatini?
Definitely a rough start for Eswatini in a group of giants there with Uganda and Zimbabwe. Also Namibia, it's definitely going to be a difficult pool for them. Definitely not signs showing that they will proceed in the long duration of the tournament. But one thing about Eswatini is that they come on court. They give their ultimate best. They are disciplined. They try to keep to the tactics that the coach instruct them to do so. And I think basically all Eswatini should do from now on with that take already by Uganda is definitely just to make sure that every pass is safe, that they come out as clear as possible, not forcing those balls into the shooting circle, hence the Uganda defense are wide awake as well, and just to have fun.
Yeah, speaking of the Ugandan defense there at the back, really, really beautiful movement in the moving circle, especially those two defenders right there at the back. They will definitely make sure that they really, really hawk onto those shooters, making it very, very, very difficult for any goal to go through. And that is the GK Farida alongside their brother Hajidi there, Sandra. Very, very beautiful work there from them, especially having watched the last two games that they've actually had during this tournament.
Comfortable poke there in the ball for Sherlock, and now Eswatini having difficulty with their center moving to the front, always forcing those balls to the back, not really moving to the pace that they want to, but safely traveling that ball into the shooting circle. And the match official just also making sure that all things are followed and the rules are obeyed in that shooting circle, as it's definitely going to be an intense one for the rest of the day. Not a successful pass there by the wing attack of Eswatini, allowing the Uganda defense a comfortable turn over there. Sherlock not getting that one, but the wing attack again just trying to find Irene there on the baseline. Feeds it over to Sherlock. That sinks it in. Definitely a high count here in the first quarter. Uganda definitely warmed up enough to run away with the scoreboard in the first quarter already.
Yes, it's just under 7 minutes to go, which is basically half the quarter. I think Uganda has really, really sped this one up, leading with quite a very comfortable goal difference of 13. And it's just up to the Eswatini team to really try to trail right behind them and make sure that somehow they really, you know, break that big goal margin there. And Irene sinks that one in there for Uganda. I think Eswatini needs to be very, very careful with their passes. A lot of those balls being intercepted there in between, especially in the goal third. Sorry, in the center third. And a lot of balls are really being killed there by the Ugandan mid-court. They need to find their way around that and break those defenses there just to safely get their ball into the goal third.
Oh yes, and Dlamini Lindilwa, that is the goalkeeper of Eswatini, will definitely have a difficult task today. Hopefully that is her goal defense, which is Mbuli, also helps her with that beautiful, beautiful take there by the center, making it quite easy there to bring those balls into the shooting circle, and Uganda not wasting any time, definitely running away with that scoreboard here.
I was going to say perhaps now would be a good time for a technical change, most especially there at the back from the Eswatini side of things, but I'm not sure the type of technical changes that will take place.
Match official definitely has his game face on.
And there you have it. I think the coach has just read my mind there, making the technical change there at the back, bringing in a fresh GK there. And let's see if whether or not she really does apply that pressure and not make it easy there for Sherlock.
Oh yes, they definitely really saw that that combination there in the defense of Eswatini is not working, and Sherlock is having it too easy. And Irene also just running away with the defense. So hopefully this substitute will make a difference.
Hopefully so. I think she's just warming up to the game, as Sherlock just easily got that Lovely overthrow there that made it very comfortable for her to actually score one for the team. And again, she does it. Misses this one. Unfortunately, the GK could not get that rebound, and Sherlock obviously goes for that rebound and sinks it in there, bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 21. Eswatini with one, trailing behind with just 19 goals, and we are just right over 3 minutes before the first quarter actually comes to an end. Mary missing this again, but definitely going for her rebounds.
You know, we would always ask ourselves how have that height and stand so close to the pole and still miss. But
Quite a bit of pressure there.
A friend of mine that is a good goal shooter that is for the Namibian Navy actually said, all things in netball is possible.
Of course, of course.
So that too.
That too could actually be possible, most especially when you're not using your 3 seconds and you're in a rush to shoot. But the good thing about a tall shooter like that, you always going to go for your rebounds, and you most of the time, if not 99% of the time, actually win that rebound. So, of course, it's always a second chance to everything.
Quick play there by the center, Eswatini, but not successfully doing so. Now Uganda ready for that turnover. Uganda definitely speeding down the court here. Eswatini just not sticking by the opposition partner.
Most especially in the front, the wing attack is running loose as well as the center. So I think they should just stick to their partner just to give that pressure a little bit more, because now you see
another mid-court feed there into Sherlock's hands, and that is what I just mentioned as to how easy Uganda is finding their way through the mid-court and the defense of Eswatini. With the score 23-1 now, definitely not the start Eswatini would like to have in this game.
Not at all, and a few coach killers there right in the mid-court, just handing it over back to Uganda, who is currently in a 24-goal lead, making it very difficult for Eswatini to really keep up or even try to trail right after them with that huge goal margin there. Center Eswatini there trying to see if she could save a ball. However, it is an obstruction. And Irene just pushes that one in, bringing the score to 25-1. Will Eswatini successfully get their center under their pole? It's just a matter of time before we find out. They're not using their channels, their spaces.
Another turnover.
More, I guess the answer is no. Another turnover there for Uganda.
A feed there to Sherlock that just comfortably takes that one, sinks it in with no effort, so effortless. And the coach of Eswatini probably having gray hair at the moment, just in the first quarter with this scoreboard. Definitely not the way to go, but Eswatini now getting a turnover there. Clean take there, but and again,
fortunately, she's offside. Yeah.
Eswatini.
Eswatini still trying to get that ball under their goal post. A lot of movement there.
Kami, that is the goal attack. Just playing it back to get closer to the pole, as the two defenders of Uganda definitely are making it quite difficult there in the shooting circle. But finally, Eswatini getting 2 points there on the scoreboard.
That's right. They managed to get their second goal for this quarter. They might have an opportunity here, as we just have seconds before this quarter comes to an end. And of course, the GA Dlamini actually sinks that one in there for Eswatini, bringing the score to 3-26. Beautiful feed there to Sherlock. Very easy, 2-ball center play, and Eswatini just couldn't do nothing about that one, and they score. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This brings us to the the end of the first quarter. That is Eswatini facing Uganda with a whole goal difference as Eswatini is leading by 27-3. Please stay tuned as we will be right back with the second quarter.
And we are back. That is with the second quarter. Grab your seats, cheer loudly, and let's make day 4 one of those days to remember. That is for this Africa Netball Cup. Off goes the whistle for the second quarter. Uganda taking that one. A beautiful touch there on the ball by the center. That is of Eswatini.
Sibanze. Lovely tap there from her. It is definitely a throw in there for Uganda still. A contact there called by the umpire against the GD Eswatini. GK really trying to see if she can walk away. She can walk around the GS by defending, but unfortunately she could not work her way around her. Coming into the second quarter, what do you think the management of Eswatini had to say with regards to the defense?
Regards to the defense, I'm sure they just told, inspired rather, a word or two that is for the defending side of Eswatini. It's not going to be a difficult one as we have a stagnant shooter in Uganda, that is Sherlock, and a running goal attack as Irene. So you need speed, you need agility, and of course your focus as well on the ball, because that's basically all you can do. I mean, with a player like Sherlock, um, finding your way around her, not just around her, but around her height as well, is definitely a challenge.
Right. It looks like the defenders for Eswatini really got their work cut out there for them, but I'm sure they will definitely give it their all till the last whistle blows. Lovely stolen there from the wing attack of Uganda.
See what I meant by the speed of Irene? She's just running away with that goal defense that can't keep up with her.
That's right.
And it's definitely going to be a joyride for Uganda throughout this game. Now the match official just making sure that the penalty is set.
One thing that Eswatini can really try to avoid are those infringements right outside the circle, because if you only have one defender with two shooters there, that will make it very difficult to even try to intercept the ball. So perhaps those infringements there right outside. Ooh,
Uncomfortable take there by the goal shooter, but she manages, and
Dlamini definitely shoots that one in for Eswatini. I think she really is another dynamite. I believe when she actually takes it, she really tries to make sure that she does shoot the ball in. That's Kami Dlamini, the GA of Eswatini.
Definitely 100% rate there for the shooting of Irene. The goal attack of Uganda haven't missed since the start of the game. A strong start here for them too in the second quarter. But you get Eswatini definitely looking a tight little better from the start of their first quarter. But still not finding their way around the shooting circle of Uganda as well.
That's right. They just need to tighten their mid-court a little bit more, because really that's how we can safely get that ball there, and that is where Eswatini is losing most of their balls.
I think that's bravery right there. I was as short as the goalkeeper once at a time, and I know that I had a way tall defender at some time, and the only thing you can do is jump as high as you can.
As high as you possibly potentially can.
Yes.
That's not going to be easy. I think coming into this game, knowing that they are playing against such, a very talented, tall shooter like that, they knew they were not going to have it easy, and I think they were very much prepared. And I believe they're giving it their all, actually, at this point. So it's very commendable for those defenders right at the back there, making sure that indeed they try by all means to intercept a ball. Quite a moving circle there in the Eswatini side. Scoring their sixth goal in the second quarter, and that brings the score to 34-6, and that is the Ugandan side.
It's a better scoring rate than the first quarter.
It is.
Yes.
It is actually. It's half.
Oh yes.
It's half. It's half. But I mean, there's still more time in this quarter for them to actually try to widen that that goal when it comes to Eswatini's side. Vibrant center there from Eswatini actually. Really trying to drive that game, especially forward. Lovely movement from her as well. Beautiful pass there to the GS, who sends it in there for Eswatini. It is 7-35.
Long feed there into the shooting circle. Definitely the only tactic that's going to work throughout this game. And I don't know if you have noticed, but Uganda is definitely trying to pin Eswatini into a box whenever they're
That's right.
into their
Attacking mode, yes, and that is why Eswatini is losing most of their ball within the center third, and I think it is really working for them. So Eswatini just needs to break the defense of Uganda just to see if they can carefully bring that ball. This is what we're talking about. And that
See a defense not just happening from the defending side, but also the attacking side. Both win attack center. Now 3 seconds called there as they're just not finding their way through that defense of Uganda. A collide there by the
both
defenders. Sherlock just finding herself in the midst of it, but Irene sinking that comfortably as well.
Just an observation there from the GS Uganda. With the previous 2 games that she's played against Namibia as well as Zimbabwe, you could see her come out out of the circle, but it seemed like she's too comfortable now. She's locked into the D. She's just being fed those over high balls, and she's just easily, you know, shooting them in. Came out with a lot of speed there. That's right.
Quick play there by the center and win attack, but match official already calling for penalty in the shooting circle. And now Eswatini definitely looking a little bit better from the start of the game.
I think another thing that the defenders of Eswatini can do is try to block Sherlock out and just keep her far from the pole, because I have not seen her be a long range shooter.
Oh no.
She really
I definitely picked that up too.
Yeah, she really makes herself comfortable around the pole, and that is where she really does shoot from. But then again, you need to be very careful, because Irene can really drive that circle, and she can really make sure that indeed she does get her closer to the pole and actually counts that one, or rather sinks it in there. But be as it may, we do have Eswatini right now with a penalty right under their pole, and of course Dlamini takes it and shoots it in, bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 38-10. Eswatini bringing up a beautiful fight there. Ooh.
Not sinking that one, and the Eswatini defense quickly taking that rebound. Flowing through the mid-court there. Beautiful play there by the Eswatini attacking players.
As well as the GA. Very beautiful drive there from her end as well.
Feeds it over there, the defense of Uganda. Plays a 1-2 back into the shooting circle. Ooh, just not building the confidence enough to take the shot and shoot the ball, but allowing Uganda another turnover. And what Uganda have been doing with that turnovers is definitely running away on the scoreboard here, and definitely something that Eswatini would want to talk about throughout the break. That is of the first half of this game. And
that is where the 3-second rule would have actually applied to Eswatini, because they were just too quick and too fast to feed each other those balls. But then, of course, with the defense of Uganda within that circle, making it very impossible for Eswatini to successfully sink that one in. But Uganda definitely having a penalty here with both defenders out of play. And Irene sinks that one in.
Like she normally does. And if you're just joining us, we are live. That is on NBC Sports on YouTube. And that is NBC2 live and direct. That is for the African Netball Cup. Thrilling we're going to be here at the Dome for a lekker netball being played here. What game are you excited to see throughout the day?
Wow, with this beautiful lineup for today, really a lot is happening. Unfortunately for us, we are not privileged to watch the male side of games because we visit the side. So we're deprived from that. We'll definitely catch that one up. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not mind the number on the board as we speak right now. It's just a 38 and not a 389 goal. There definitely will be a rectification there on the scoreboard. But yeah, coming back to the game that I am excited to see today, I mean, it's very inevitable as we have South Africa, you know, facing Zambia just right after this game. So please do stay tuned for that one. But I think, you know, being the host, Namibia facing Zimbabwe, that is one game that I think I'm very excited about. as it will be at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, 6 o'clock this evening, and it's going to be 1-1 electrifying game. I think after Namibia's loss last night, I don't know what game plan they're coming with or what changes they're coming up with the first 7, but I'm really looking forward to the Zimbabwe-Namibian game.
Back to the game, Eswatini again just not dwelling enough to connect and pass the ball to the intended target, but again allowing Uganda to take that throw in and the turnover.
Uganda has really taken that score margin and really ran away with it. Wow, beautiful connection, beautiful chemistry there. I mean, the two shooters of Uganda, you just can't come in between them. Like, the romance is just too strong. Lovely play there from Irene with a beautiful balance, feeding Sherlock there. Sherlock really having a holiday in that circle today. I mean, seriously, she's not sweating by now. Last game she was really sweating. She would come out for those passes, but really I think she's just relaxed and very comfortable in her zone, and really letting her mid-court do what they need to do, and her attackers, and really making it very easy for her. A lot of running there. Of course, Irene will have to keep you on your toes just so you can keep up. Irene misses that one, but again, thanks to the gods for the height. Sherlock really gets that rebounds and sinks it in there.
Oh yes, and today is the last day for pool games, and then we will commence that is tomorrow and Saturday with the positioning. But only after today we will have the results as to who will continue on with this tournament. All these teams coming out to play today should bring their A game. So today will definitely determine who are the 2 top group teams in the group. And now Eswatini quickly taking that center, not finding again the connection there between the center and wing attack. Wing defense comfortably taking that one. And like I said, we will be creating a lot of memories here at the African Netball Cup. So much still in store for you and for me and the crowd as well.
That's right, and it's very difficult here for the Eswatini players with all of these skyscrapers trying to really get around them. Eswatini still playing those long balls that are very easily intercepted. They don't really have to work hard for those intercepts. Perhaps Eswatini can just minimize those long high balls there and actually just play their game and try to make sure that they really successfully get it to the goal post. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 46-11, and that is Uganda in the lead. Look at the defense of Uganda, making it impossible for the shooters to get a ball at all.
You're definitely pinning them into a 4 squared corner there, and it's working for Uganda, as I must say, but Eswatini definitely finding their breach there every now and then throughout the game. Another technical time there called. Definitely have to make those changes just to put in the accurate players with the accurate opponents as well. So the competition is definitely evenly fought here.
Of course, as the coaches, you can only try, see what is best or what could be best. Another loose ball there, but of course the center for Uganda saves it.
Sherlock comfortably sinking that one. A slap on the hand there between the two. Now Eswatini. Margaret, that is the center of Uganda, definitely putting on pressure there on the center of Eswatini, Sabila. And again, finding her at the top of the circle.
Once more, really, the best defender in the moving circles there. The Ugandans defenders really working overtime. And, you know, um, Eswatini doing their best. I really must commend the GA for Eswatini. She's really, really doing her best and trying to capitalize on every opportunity that she gets and tries to sing in that ball. And you are right, with just seconds to spare, I believe Eswatini did quite great in the second quarter.
Oh, yes.
As they've scored 10 goals.
They definitely did so much better than the previous quarter. I think they will still come out and do their ultimate A for the third and the fourth quarter as well. So for you that is just joining us, it is Eswatini, it is Uganda. Uganda trying to get that top spot in this competition, and as we end, that is the second quarter, the first half of this game. We are live, that is at the Dome in the coastal town of SWAKOPMUND. It is the African Netball Cup. My name is Sharon Carisis with my partner
Nelly the Cafe, and we will be right back.
Oh yes, and both these teams definitely ready to take on, and that is the third quarter. Welcome back, and you see just the Ugandan bench there trying to warm up those last seconds before we indulge into that is the third quarter here at the African Netball Cup. It is an exciting 4 days so far, and so much more still to happen, as we will have a whole week that is of fun netball and interesting moments created, and memories also created here at the Dome in the coastal town of SWAKOPMUND. And yes, it is ESWATINI, the ESWATINI bench. You can see the GA coming on there, huddling up now to gear up for the start of this quarter. And definitely not a brave face looking there, not motivated enough, but they are trailing, and I'm sure ESWATINI will definitely come on this third quarter and come do the ultimate most. But Uganda will definitely solidify their win throughout this Champions Quarter, just to show that they really want to be part of those top 3 teams that are fighting for this glory.
That's right. And coming in with the third quarter, which is the championship quarter, ladies and gentlemen, Uganda trailing in very, very, very high. They're in scores with a 48, right now 49-13. And of course, Eswatini Center, and unfortunately, Center could not find her wing defense there. And as explained earlier, I think one of the advice from, of course, our side was not to play those long high balls, because Uganda really, really does have those skyscrapers that will not make it easy for the Eswatini team to move their balls forward successfully. With Uganda feeling quite comfortable here, we have Mary that has been replaced, and a new goal shooter has been introduced. Both shooters actually have been replaced.
Oh yes, I mean, if you are leading with this level of points in the third quarter, you knowing that you might just go against a stronger team for the next round, definitely to make sure that your star players are rested well and get enough rest and just play when it's necessary. And I'm sure you as a coach would know that tactic, right?
No, definitely, definitely. And of course, with a tournament with this magnitude again, you also would like to expose each and every player of yours that you've
That's
traveled
right.
with and make sure that they really do get that experience that is needed as well. So this is a way also to groom all of your players and make sure that you do give them that opportunity as well. Lovely play there, and it looks like there is absolutely no changes when it comes to the attacking side and the shooting of the Ugandan team.
Back play there by the Eswatini attacking side, just not finding each other again. And a long ball there, feeding 3 passes, easily played by the Uganda attacking players. What a start for those two new shooters that just came on for the third quarter. Definitely warmed up and ready to keep on the pace that the two big stars, that is Sherlock and Irene, left when they went for the first half of this game.
Of course, they just were ready to pick up from where they left off, and they definitely are delivering, making sure that their team really does stay in the lead. Beautiful, lovely play there from the Eswatini side. Slow balls, but unfortunately losing that one there to Uganda. Oh, she misses that one, unfortunately. And Eswatini fortunately gets that rebound. Center has to play all the way back. I think the wing defense needs to drag this from the back. Yes. Lovely play there from the GA.
Those bouncing balls just not working for Eswatini, as that could have been the third intercept, but luckily they get that is a throw in Eswatini, but again allowing Uganda to get that turnover. Definitely something that Eswatini would want to look at to rectify in this third quarter. The champions quarter, the do or die quarter. This is the quarter that Uganda will run away with those tallies, with those turnovers. That is, if Eswatini don't actually rectify on those little small errors. Because I've seen those bouncing balls haven't
not
been
working.
working.
But also every second, third ball cannot be a bouncing ball. Really, they have to read that game beautifully. But let's see how they really try to maneuver in this third quarter. I believe that is actually one of the things that indeed the coaches have advised in this quarter.
Dolotek not comfortable taking that one, and she plays it back. A top circle.
I do believe it will definitely go in, and it really does. I think she's also one of the shooters that I've seen throughout this tournament that is really comfortable around the circle. Lovely elevation there by the wing defense of Uganda.
Quick feed there into the shooting circle. Now center Eswatini. Plays it back, play a long ball there into the shooting half.
Using the court like they definitely should. Lovely bounce there from the GA to the GS. Will she sing it in? Of course, she does so. With a 40-goal difference, quite a big margin there. That's footwork there in the circle, and match officials saying that they should not in the circle, but unfortunately for Eswatini, giving that ball away. And Uganda making sure they use this opportunity.
Uganda just trying to pin that is the Eswatini players into a box, and definitely works for them. A beautiful strategy there with the Uganda attacking players also helping with the defense. And I think that is one thing that all coaches actually emphasize on as to how important it is for attacking players also to help defend. That is when the
100%, 100%. That's right. It's, because the moment it is a turnover, even the GS turns into a GK, and that is where the whole entire team turns into defense. And really, really does help, and it does work because they really do break that, flow of ball from the oppositions. But not all the time that shooters really be turned into defenders. They become a little bit too comfortable there, leaving the mid-court and the defense to do most of the work. But I see the Uganda really is applying that rule. Center there, Uganda trying her luck. As well as the goal defense. Yes.
Match official just making sure that the penalty is set at the right spot, and the culprit has to take the fall. That is with the penalty
Loving
rewarded.
the deep breath that she takes just to pass that ball to her GS, who sings it in there. And Swatini really putting on a good fight here. Like I always say, beautiful, beautiful war. Lovely battle. Lovely sportsmanship here. It's a beautiful game, and it's a very safe one as well. Very physical, however, but I mean, really do give kudos to all these athletes, because I swear it is not an easy job.
Winner Tech just taking a little bit of time there to find one of her teammates to feed that ball to, and she plays it back, but comfortably finds that is the goal attack that sinks it in as well for her team. Definitely a better shooting percentage for the Eswatini shooting circle there.
Call there for obstruction from the goalkeeper of Uganda. GA takes it. Not comfortable, trying to feed her GS. But the GD is right on top of the GS. Penalty awarded. GA takes it and sinks it in.
Now Uganda feeding a long ball there.
Ooh, she actually got her hand on it and wins the turnover for her team. Mary trying to coach from the bench there, encouraging her teammates to just focus a little bit, I guess.
Oh yes, I'm sure she's just telling them to do the right thing. And it's actually nice to see all those bench players actually motivating the players on court, because they say even though you're on the bench, you're part of the team too.
Of course, it's a team, it's a team. And Uganda losing that one to Eswatini. Eswatini definitely driving others to the forefront. A bit of, actually a big of a push there from the goal defense.
Oh yes, if there's one person that has been getting the slams there in the shooting circle, is the goal attack of Eswatini, definitely under the ropes of Feldius, and that is the goalkeeper Farida of the Ugandan side. A feed there, easy feed there by the Winner Tech, but match official already called for a penalty, easily taken there. If you're just joining us, it's the African Netball Cup. It's day 4, and we are at the Dome in the coastal town of SWAKOPMUND. The first game for today is underway in the third quarter, less than 5 minutes to play. And definitely a stronger side showing here by the Uganda side. Eswatini fighting every ball, fighting every pass, and definitely making sure that they do narrow that margin. Not looking so well for them, but the fight continues.
That is right, Sharon, and the fight is such a beautiful fight that we're experiencing and witnessing here on the court. Of course, with the dominancy of Uganda, with a huge goal difference here. It is the championship quarter, the third quarter, and just over 4 minutes left in this game. Eswatini trying to fight to just see how much more they can actually contribute to the goals here in the GA of Eswatini. As I said before, she really is some sort of a dynamite. She's a silent killer. You see her, but you don't see her, but you see her. Lovely performances there from her. And of course, Uganda shooters, the skyscrapers, getting beautiful overhead balls there, beautiful loopies, just to make sure that they actually sink that in for their team. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 59-28 with Uganda in the lead.
Easy sink there by the Eswatini shooters.
Ooh,
If
almost on an offside.
if one thing is promised is even if the older players or the more experienced players
That's
of
right.
Uganda cannot definitely play or probably have life-changing experiences outside netball, it's definitely clear that the shooters for the country are promising.
Definitely so, definitely so. Should Irene or Sherlock not be present for whatever reason, I believe they really have total confidence and trust in their players, the shooters as well, because they're doing a phenomenal job as well, carrying their team, making sure that they do score those shots that are needed for their team. So I believe really Uganda is in good hands. Such a dangerous play there from the goal defense, Uganda. Of course, Lamini takes it and sinks it in there for Eswatini. It is definitely their center part.
Lamini definitely being the one of those players that keeps her cool, keeps her calm, even though under the pressure under the pole there has her by her throat. She's definitely making sure that she keeps her poise as well as she's fighting through those defense of Uganda. Again, just not viewing her in the right spots as she's available, but Eswatini attackers just not finding each other, connecting well with each other, and she comes out there at the baseline and definitely avails herself and not sinking it as well. A quick retake by the center that makes herself available.
Umpire trying to have a word there with the center Uganda.
A first warning for the day.
Advancing that ball right under the pole. Guess who takes it? Lamini misses that one, doesn't go for a rebound. And of course, Uganda taking that turnover.
I must also say that Uganda has been the one team so far against that is the Namibian Desert Jewels last night that got 2 players sent off in one game. And now we're getting another warning against a Ugandan player. Do you think it's something that they can look at just to clean up their play?
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, they are a disciplined team. It's just a bit of, when it gets too physical, I think that is where we need to really control and make sure that we still compose that discipline within the game as well. Definitely something that maybe the players and with the coaches that they can look into to just make sure that indeed we keep it safe and we enjoy the games throughout.
That's right. Another sink there by Eswatini.
And there will be a technical change there, but quickly, I'm just realizing that the score margin here is Eswatini doing better every quarter.
Oh, yes.
They have actually scored 11 goals in this quarter, and in fact 12 goals in this quarter as opposed to the second quarter. So I think with the shooting, they're doing quite a good job. And of course, there are changes there in the back as well with on the Ugandan side of things.
So you say Eswatini is like the type of fuel like diesel. The
They
more they fight,
slowly.
they pick up the speed.
Yes.
Quarter by quarter.
That's right. But it's just an observation that I'm making throughout this particular game. I think they're just getting better and better when it comes to shooting. And I think the mid-court is actually doing a little bit better now as well, as they are really driving the game much better as opposed to the first and the second quarter.
Lovely feed there by the winner attack into the shooting circle of Uganda. Goal shooter definitely doing what she must and sinking that one for her team. Eswatini playing it back, finding her goal attack. Lamini bringing us exactly to the end of the third quarter here at the Dome. A beautiful, beautiful netball being played by both these teams. You wouldn't say what we see on the court is the score margin. We are definitely having fun, and we'll be back, that is, with the last quarter.
Please stay tuned.
Yes, and we are back for the last dance. That is for ESWATINI in this case, as they are definitely the bottom of the pool, which is pool 2.
That's right, where we have Uganda, Zimbabwe, Namibia, as well as Eswatini. Now, this, like you mentioned earlier, will then determine who will then move over to the next stages. And ooh, that's a miss. That is a miss there from Uganda. They do get a second chance in that, as it was an obstruction there from the GK, and they get a penalty and scores. Definitely not going to be an easy one here for Eswatini, but I love the consistency.
Oh, yes.
From the Eswatini team. They're not giving up at all.
True.
They really are giving their 110%, and I think that is really commendable.
And I think it's just the bravery that comes with being part of the national team.
Of course.
You're not just representing
you
yourself.
are carrying the national
You're carrying
flag.
the national
That's
flag.
right.
Yeah, so
and that is really commendable. One really have to say, with regardless of the goal difference, really, I mean, they are playing. And they continue in the center third, trying to get the ball over to their goal threat.
So Uganda just doing that exact same thing that they've been doing for the past 3 quarters, is just pinning Eswatini into a four-cornered box, and
Yeah.
it's definitely working. And if Uganda is going to use this tactic against the next opponent, it's definitely going to work for them.
Of course, Uganda will then be facing. No, this should be Uganda's last game for this
For the pool,
pool.
yes.
That's right. But with them proceeding over, which by the way looks promising here, I think whoever they will be facing, I think they will still keep the same tactic, and all the best of luck to them. It is definitely the last quarter for this current game, and right after we will have the ladies South Africa team facing the Zambian team, and at the same time at the male side we will have Kenya facing South Africa as well. So please do stay tuned for this lovely magnifying game. Wow, that
Collision
was
there happening with the center of Uganda that stays on the ground. Definitely got a serious injury there as she remains on the ground at this moment, colliding with one of the players of Eswatini. Not to fear for anything, as the team doctors of these respective nations are definitely going to assist with all things injuries, and also the medical team 922 are also in the building as you see them coming up there, just making sure that they cater to all those injuries. But she's ready to play.
Seem to have needed just a moment there, but she seemed to be fine, and of course the match officials will resume the game.
Beautiful feed there, long one indeed. Just not a perfect timing for the goal defense of Eswatini there. Comfortably
the
sinking
timing
that
was
one.
quite off there. But you know, this is one game that really is one for the books, because really Eswatini has it's been a while since they have partake in such competitions, and really they're trying to really have a comeback here, and I think really that is commendable, because what they have been doing, they've been fighting tooth and nail to the last whistle. So yeah, as the game continues, if you're just joining us, we are in the lovely town of SWAKOPMUND, Namibia, where we at the MTC Dome, and Eswatini taking on Uganda in the last quarter with just over 11 minutes left, and Uganda in the lead with 67 to 26.
Long back pass there. Uganda defense definitely making it very, very difficult for Eswatini, and they're trying to play small little balls, short passes, just to allow them to get to the shooting circle, and Glamini sinking that one from a very, very lovely position there in the shooting circle. Match officials already took the whistle, but seems like the two centers not understanding whose center pass it is. But the Uganda center standing firm in her
holding
belief.
her ground, saying that
Oh,
I
yes.
know it is my center indeed. That's a push from the wing defense, the Eswatini. Another infringement there by the GD. Lovely pass to the GS. And yeah.
Lovely defense there by the wing defense, just making sure that the wing attack knows that she's here, she's around, she's going to poke and pick every ball that comes her way. Not a clean connect there by that ball's passage. And
showing a bit
now
of slippery hands there, unfortunately.
Uganda definitely using all these turnovers to their advantage.
They are not letting it slide between their fingers at all. They are making sure. And that is the match official having a word there with the defense of Eswatini and bringing her out of play. GK. Of course, Uganda really making use of those opportunities being presented to them. been doing so throughout this whole game, and really they are just unstoppable at this point.
Oh yes, and it's been a comfortable, relaxed game for Uganda. They're just doing the basics, defending when they have to, shooting when they have to, and intercepting when they have to. Exactly my point. And they just do that again comfortably, as Eswatini just not finding that connect through passing the ball safely, and the pace of the ball as well.
And
plays
also,
a
I
huge
think the
role.
game is becoming a bit predictable now to the She Cranes because of the bouncing balls, and they just arms all over the place, making it easy to intercept a ball that should be. Ooh.
Definitely a different level of IQ of professional players in the Ugandan team.
That's right.
Can
They're
see
really
it.
doing exceptionally well in this tournament, and really, I would like to see whether or not they can make it through all the way to the end, because really we would like to see this fight one more time. Beautiful, beautiful pass there. Unfortunately, rather, the GK had her hand in it, and it is a throw in there for Eswatini. Lovely, lovely play there. Dlamini takes it, and of course comfortably without no sweat, singing that one in there for Eswatini. Halfway across this last quarter, 72 Uganda, Eswatini 28, and that is the current score on the table right now.
Now, Nelly,
and
tell me, how often is it that you see in a national team that you find twins but taking in the national team? How cool is that?
That is so cool. That is very, very unlikely. Hardly do I find twins
So the two twins, if you guys are wondering, is the center of Eswatini and the wing attack of Eswatini as well. Two sisters representing the country. I remember playing with my sister, what a thrill it was having my sister on court. It just creates such a bond, such a connection.
Of
it's
course, making that connect very easy because you already have a relationship and a connect at home, and how much so if on the court. So that is really, really cool to see siblings really representing and flying their national flag.
Even
really
wearing
high.
the same shoes, the same hairstyle. It's definitely terrific to see. I would be a proud mom if I was there,
Of course. That is the joy of this game. Beautiful facts that we're finding out about our athletes this whole week. Really interesting to know about their life, even outside netball. Their professionalism outside netball and so forth. So that has really been interesting facts that have been shared throughout this week.
Sinking that one comfortably. Dlamini definitely holding up the shooting circle of Eswatini and doing an exceptional job there, bit by bit, pass by pass, and goal by goal. And now Uganda again on the attack, feeds it over to the goal shooter, and that sinks that one with no effort. Eswatini still finding it difficult, that is to break through the mid-court defense of Uganda. Center, not finding her goal shooter like she would wish to, and again Uganda just getting that turnover.
And just look how they fly across the court, making sure that they safely and as fast as possible get it under the pole, and they successfully always do so. It is a 43 goal difference. Currently, it's rather 34 goal difference, and just shortly, I believe it will be a 45 goal difference, as truly Eswatini is really trying the hardest and the utmost best to really do what they can do. However, it is very evident that the She Cranes really have this one and have been dominant from the get-go, and they're going to finish off as strong as well. Lovely save there from the GS of Eswatini, who brings the score to 31-75.
Now Uganda takes the shot, misses that one, second attempt, sinks it. Beautiful sweaty faces there by the Ugandan players, having a relaxed game here at the Dome. It is a beautiful, beautiful weather here in the coastal town of SWAKOPMUND. It's day 4 of the African Netball Cup, and this just being the first game for the ladies. ESWATINI against Uganda. A brace for impact, because next game will be South Africa taking on Zambia. Definitely one of those games that you want to be locked in. So if you are just joining us, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a terrific day of netball. Not just today, but the rest of the week. So embrace yourself.
Embrace yourself, because having a front seat here, we really are having the time of our lives, and we really are enjoying these electrifying, beautiful, lovely games here. And it is everything netball here in the lovely town of SWAKOPMUND. And with just over 3 minutes left in the first game for today, when it comes to the ladies, Uganda definitely bringing in fresh legs and trying to make use of the players as much as they possibly can.
Oh, yes.
Really hustling there, and I mean, really, Uganda is just doing the most in this game.
And I'm just thinking about, sorry Nelly, I'm just thinking about how much I was also once upon a time on the bench all the time, and just being gifted that opportunity to showcase why you were actually selected is really meaningful to all these ladies that are now taking court, and just being granted that opportunity to also show as to why I deserve to be in this team.
Very meaningful indeed. Very joyous moments for these athletes. I mean, it is commendable, most especially to the coaches making such decisions as well. So, I mean, as a player that has always been on the bench, it should be beautiful. Such a beautiful moment, flying your flag really high at this moment. I mean, this is a prestige event. Countries represented very well here. I mean, seriously, nothing but commendable from all sides netball this season. Beautiful split there from Dlamini, holding her spot, making sure she's not moving anywhere backwards. Another obstruction there from the GK. And of course, I mean, really, I must really commend ESWATINI, doing such a brilliant job
Fighting
under the circumstances, fighting till the last whistle blows. Almost a tip there from the wing defense. Another skyscraper there right under the pole, and of course singing that one in for Uganda.
Then we just have the African Netball president also in our midst. I'm definitely enjoying and seeing forward for their next game. And now Uganda again rewarded there with an easy turnover.
And I tell you, it's just a matter of split seconds before that ball is right under the goalpost. Beautiful play there from the Ugandan team.
Now as the clock is ticking down, Uganda just wanting to make sure that they get all those goals, as you see those long passes straight into the shooting circle, just to run away completely with this tally on the scoreboard. And ESWATINI definitely showing such bravery on the court. You won't even believe the style of play and how they're playing, that this is the score, would you?
I mean, seriously, it's almost, ooh, a beautiful long ball there. One would almost not believe it. I really would agree with you there. One would really think, I mean, it's a tight game. However, I mean, the scores really do present, with a 50-goal difference. I think really both teams are really doing exceptionally well given the circumstances. And I mean, of course, they are ranking, because I'm sure Uganda is at that ranking for a reason. So that is why they're really giving ESWATINI such a tough time. Beautiful balance there from the GK Uganda. ESWATINI losing that ball, or missing that ball rather, and of course no rebound from their side. Uganda, of course, giving that beautiful, lovely lovely performances there from the GS of Uganda. Beautiful to see. It is 84-33.
Huge margin there from
51 goal difference.
Oh yes, a huge margin from the She Cranes. They definitely coming back for all they lost in the first match. and they're definitely showing as to why they have been one of those big teams here in the African continent, and shows by the rankings and definitely shows by their performance as well now. And Eswatini just rewarded their penalty.
With the same scores that they actually did have during the third quarter. There is an 11 goal that is scored in the second quarter. I'm sorry, the third quarter as well as the fourth quarter now. So I think it really the Eswatini team really does better as time goes by. So that is really, really lovely and commendable to the Eswatini team, because like I said, when it comes to endurance, please, they will not give up till the last whistle
No,
blows.
they won't. Beautiful chemistry there between the two sisters of Eswatini.
Use the threes, can rule. Too fast, and I think their opponents are as fast as well, or if not one step faster. So I think they should safely, really, really safely get that ball under their goal post.
Dlamini just on the ground there, and you can see she's not okay. Definitely did the work here for her team since the start of the tournament.
That's right. She really did what she really could as a GA, and I think she is asked to go off court there.
Match official just making sure that if there is a replacement to be done before the throw-in gets taken. But it seems like our time is up, as the technical table is already ready to sound that horn, and bringing us to the conclusion of this first match. What a lovely, lovely start to the day for.
Very, very lovely start to the day. I think I did not expect anything less. I knew it was going to be a beautiful, competitive game. Ooh, that was an opportunity for the Eswatini.
There goes
team,
the horn.
But there goes the horn. I mean, we are racing against time here as soon as we start. But lovely, lovely, beautiful, electrifying performances here from both teams, Eswatini and Uganda. The She Cranes definitely taking this one with a huge, huge goal difference. Congratulations to them. And please, do stay tuned, as Zambia will be taking on the Star Proteas.
Oh yes, and for a few interviews, please keep your eye out on the highlights of this amazing game. We'll be back, that is for the next match. That is South Africa taking on Zambia.
Of course, the beautiful sportsmanship there being displayed on court, where both teams really have to show each other love. And you see Eswatini joining the She Cranes there for a round hooray in the middle of the court.
Action continues here at the Dome as we just concluded with the first ladies game of the day. Of course, Uganda walking away victorious against Eswatini there. I'm joined now by the captain of Uganda. Good morning and thank you so much for joining me. Talk to us about how you feel after that match.
Yeah, I'm Yaro Irene, the captain for Ukraine. Of course, every team who is right now here for this championship is so good. We can't underestimate any team here because everyone wants to own the championship. Though, we as Ugandans, we take ourselves to be the best ever team in this tournament. And I know it's not going to be an easy thing to find it out, but still, we still have a lot of hopes as the way we started it, like right from the first game, second game, and the game we played today. It wasn't an easy game, but still we had that hope of playing very hard so that we can overcome the win of today.
Talk to us about tomorrow's semi-finals and playoff positions. How are you guys feeling going into the playoffs day tomorrow?
Yeah, of course, for the semi-finals, we shall go very hard because everyone wants to own the championship. As you know that like tomorrow we may either face like Malawi or South Africa, but for us we don't feel that like they're going to beat us. For us we're very strong that like we're going to own the championship. Since we started playing our games, we really got to know so many tactics which we have learned from the previous games, which I think we're going to apply for tomorrow's games.
Best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, the captain of Uganda just having a chat with us, and I am joined now by the captain of Eswatini after their defeat against Uganda. Tough and hard game out there, but talk to us about just the experience that you had against playing against one of the world's best.
Thank you so much. We had a bad start at the first quarter, but on the second quarter we improved a bit. That's why today I feel we played much better than yesterday. And we hope for a win tomorrow against Kenya.
Talking about that game, what do you expect from Kenya going into that match for tomorrow?
Kenya is not an easy country. They are good as well, but we'll surely have to beat them. We have to.
Best of luck with that game tomorrow, and we'll definitely be chatting with you again.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, of course, the captains of Eswatini and Uganda just having a chat with us. Of course, loads of mouth-watering action yet to come. Please stick to NBC as we bring you all of those.